Hey friend, how you doing? This is Pastor Macon from the Mount Zion Church. I'm glad that you're on with us today. I've got a subject that I want to talk about that is affecting people all across the nation, the country, and especially in our schools, and that is this concept of bullying. I want to talk about bullying and the problem that people are having even with bullying. We see it not only in our schools, but we see it also in our homes. It's just not with men who are bullying women. It's also women who are bullying men, and it's you have children who are bullying their parents, and parents who are bullying their children. Bullying is a real problem today. The other day, I saw the reviews of Janet Jackson. Can you believe that Janet Jackson was bullied as a child, and she's going to expose it in one of her new documentary where she talks about her relationship with Michael Jackson, her relationship with her. I think she was married 4 times and she has a child now, and how she was even bullied in her marriages, and she was bullied even by her father. Most of us know that Joe had a very serious problem in disciplining his children, but more rightly, how he disciplined his children. And so you've got to be careful how you discipline your children, because it can have a long lasting effect. And Janet Jackson talks about the bullying that she had experienced through all of these relationships in her life. And I sort of feel sorry for her. You know, you think about people who have a lot of money, have a lot of prestige, who are movie stars and actors and actresses, and great singers and all of that. And you think that their life is just so easy. And you discover later on that they had the same kind of problems and issues that people have in life. And so she talks about bullying, and I was very, very shocked to hear that she was bullied even by her brother, Michael Jackson. And all of us love Michael Jackson. He was a great dancer, great singer, a great artist, and all of that. But he bullied his little sister, Janet, often, and she talks about it, especially when it came down to her weight. And Michael Jackson used to always tease her, he said, about how heavy she was, how thick she was, how fat she was. And it practically destroyed her, according to Janet Jackson. And yes, as they grew up, they laughed about it, they joked about it. But Janet says, I'm serious. It really affected my mind and how I thought about myself as a human being. Sometimes, as we are told, we tease just a little bit too much. Sometimes we have to back away from our teasing, because what our teasing ultimately ends up in is what the other person see as bullying. When I was a teenager, a guy was bullying me all the time. I almost had to run home every night. I was about 13 years old. He was about 18 years old, and he knew that he was a little older than me, and he constantly was bullying me. But of course, I did something that I shouldn't have done. I said to him, let's go fight. And we didn't have guns and knives at that point, but we had fists, and we went and started to doing a little fighting. And finally, he said to me, Larry, let's just stop. We're not going to accomplish anything with this. And we became best friends. Even though we had a whole audience around us when we were fighting each other, he became one of my best friends. And even today, I remember this brother. And I didn't know at the time that he had certain kinds of personal problems that he was dealing with. He had been bullied also. And so this thing can be transferable, and it can have lifelong effects. I'm hoping that you take the attitude of Jesus and the spirit of Jesus and become a follower, just not by saying I'm a Christian, but rather you should ought to say that Christianity lives inside of me. That's who I am. I am saved by the grace of God. I love Jesus, and I'm just not imitating Jesus. I'm becoming one of his likeness, if you will. The Bible says that we're supposed to be like Jesus himself. And so I'm hoping that you will think about this, that we've talked about, and this story that I shared with you. You don't need to tell anyone else that Pastor Macon was in a fight, but truth of the matter is, as youngsters, we all get into some fights. God bless you. Have a great day, and stop your bullying wherever and whoever you are. Hope you hear us again. God bless.
I will. My God. He's my